To give the choristers just another couple minutes while they're getting robes off to come back over. But I guess a couple of welcomes and commercials for you while we're waiting. It's so great to see so many people here in support of both of the programs. It's just an awesome thing to collaborate with a good neighbor. And we are this Saturday coming, 6 days from today, we will be on the road going to St. Stephen's to offer Evensong at St. Stephen's in Harrisburg. So any St. Lukesters that want to come along with that, please get in contact with us, and we will be going and carpooling, and we'll love to sing with you there as well. We're finishing up our season at St. Luke's with keeping our Evensongs on the second Sunday of every month. The next one will be in May, and that will be a contemplative Evensong. And if you haven't been to one of those, they are different. We use the auditorium. We have the little organ over there. We have a molar tracker organ, which is small and passive and sweet. And that's the organ that we use over there. And it's very intimate over there. And the space is resonant. It's an awesome place to sing. So that will be our last Evensong in the auditorium in May. And then the first Sunday of June, we switch it back for the Feast of Corpus Christi. And that is a liturgical spectacle. If you've ever been to that, the consecrated body of Christ is exposed in a monstrance. It's a liturgical piece of furniture, really, that you are able to see that. It's a really neat service for the people who are of Catholic background, Anglo-Catholic. You will enjoy that. I'm going to start. I don't see Dr. Heisey. I was hoping he was going to turn pages for me. I'll just keep talking. Do you want to say anything? Okay. Good. Then I won't worry. So let's talk about the recital a little bit, everybody. I'm going to play Bach for you. I'm playing the fugue from the Prelude and Fugue in E flat. We had some students in the house today, so I'm going to take it easy with this. So, Bach we consider just the most important of the church musicians. The opening hymn that we sang tonight was his harmonization of Christ lag in Todesbanden, Christ lies in death's dark bands. It's one of the most spectacular cantatas that he composed. The piece that I'm playing is part of it has two sections, a prelude and a fugue. These are from the mature master period, okay, so these are the biggest, most spectacular ones. But I want to talk to you a little bit about why the pieces are important to me. And I want you to hear that in the piece. And this is for the students. Like when I was in college, somebody told me, these pieces will be with you for your entire life. And I was too young and naive to know what that meant. But they develop specialness as you go on. And I just learned this one. We had a funeral of one of the matriarchs of the parish a few weeks ago, and she left a list. She planned her funeral, and she left a very unbelievable list of pieces to play that included Leo Sowerby and Healy Willen and the people who were to do it, and we were all like, whoa, and it was a couple weeks before Easter, so it was we're all laughing, and it was a great event. But her name was Anne Shemetta, God rest her, and I wanted to learn this piece because it is the St. Anne's Fugue, and I played it at her funeral, and it will be what I remember every time that I play this piece. We don't know, I learned this in this experience, we don't know if Bach knew St. Anne. You know the tune, "O God, our help in ages past." We don't know. Bach would have been in Germany, right? And that was an English tune, I believe. So maybe not. But its nickname is St. Anne. So just listen for that. So I played that at her funeral. And the prelude, I had the honor of playing, I'm not playing it tonight, but I had the honor of playing it at Terry's wedding. So I always will remember that for that day as well. So are we ready? Awesome. Are you turning for me? Thank you. All right, everybody. Johann Sebastian Bach, the St. Anne's Fugue in E flat. So now it is my pleasure, while he's getting set up, to introduce Matt Topping. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I'm pronouncing it right. He's going to have to say Yanutsi next week. Matt is the choir master at St. Stephen's. So here you can talk about your piece, and we will welcome you with applause now.
Great to be back. So if you don't know, I'm from Lebanon. I grew up on South 6th Street in Lebanon. I went to Southwest Elementary School, and I was also here for one semester as a boy chorister with my brother Jacob, who was here for quite a number of years as a boy chorister here. And it's just a joy to kind of be back in this space and be a part of that. The first piece that I'm going to play is a toccata on Heiferdal. And if you know Heiferdal, the piece, you know it's Come Thou Long Expected Jesus is one of the famous tunes that's set to that. And also Love's Divine, All Love Excelling. It's one of these pieces, both of mine are written by living composers who are active church musicians, and it's a fun opportunity to bring their music to life in different spaces. Joel Rainey is a great voice in the organ world, and he writes these kind of fun and moving lines. You'll hear it in this piece. And it kind of, both of these hearken to those toccata and fanfare pieces that kind of open the organ up and let the fingers move kind of quickly. So anyways, this is my first piece, which is toccata number 1, based on Heiferdal. reverse. Okay. This next piece, Galleries Anciennes, is a piece that harkens back to those ancient spaces and the massive reverbs that you hear in some of those huge cathedral halls. You'll also hear some of the kind of bombastic reeds and of that my feet will play as we go. And it also kind of captures the sound of the swell box in a way, these little kind of accented pieces as we go through. And I have to say a thank you to Sarah, who's going to pull some stops and press some buttons for me as I navigate a new instrument that I met for the first time yesterday. So it's kind of fun to learn a new instrument and have the opportunity to do that. So please enjoy Galleries Anciennes.
was fantastic, man. All those notes. That's a lot of ink on one page. I'm going to play, we all were very conscious of the fact that we don't have a lot of opportunities on this organ to change registrations, to change sounds quickly because of the limitations of the instrument. So we all picked things where we didn't have to make a lot of changes in the sound. And that means that we either played earlier music or later music, and not music from the 19th century. I'm going to do one of Handel's organ concerti. People in the 18th century obviously were a lot stronger than we are. All parts of their anatomy were stronger because they would go to a concert to hear the entire Messiah, not just parts of it, all three parts of the Messiah, and between the parts, Handel would sit down at the organ with the orchestra and play one of his organ concerti, which was another 10 or 15 minutes during the intermissions. So you can imagine how long those concerts were. This is an arrangement for just organ of the concerto, which is, of course, for organ and orchestra. And it really works well on this organ because I can play the orchestra parts on this organ and the organ parts on that organ. So when you hear the other organ, that's what Handel would have played at the little portable organ where he sat. And this is supposed to be to imitate the orchestra parts. This has 4 movements, as was normal: slow, fast, slow, fast. So there may be a minute or two between each movement.